So this is the continuation of the second video. Just don't want to make it too long. I just want to make them, even if we are going to make it that after 1 hour, I just want to stop it and just create. You understand? So now we are clearing this. Let's clear. So some of what I've touched in the video already might still be touched again, so we'll just jump over those ones. So we'll just read through them, and if there's anything they are doing, we just do it. So we stopped at page 9. So now here we are talking about finding stuff. Finding stuff is all about how do you look for things within all the files within the system. Probably maybe you forgot the name, you forgot the particular directory, particular file path where it is. You could actually use some few commands to do a search that searches either within the present directory you have. Maybe you have a bunch of files in that directory and just want to filter it down to what you're looking for, and probably you have files in other directories that are far from the directories where you are. You could just use these commands to just look at them. So until now, familiar with Linux, let me be sure this is recording. I'm going to be checking at interval, so it's recording. Yeah, we have until you become familiar with Linux. It can be frustrating to find your way around, but knowledge of a few basic command techniques will go. All of that, you can take time to read this. So the first command we'll be talking about is locate. So one thing about locate is efficient, and sometimes its disadvantages is if you just create a thing today on your system, locate might not be able to locate it if you want to look for it. So because it takes 24 hours for it to update its database, so it works with database. That's why sometimes before using locate, you see people saying update db. If you do this, is to update your database, but sometimes too it might not be effective. So but just take note of it. You can use update db. If you use this, it takes time to set permission deny, probably because I'm not a root user. But if you are not a root user, there's something you can use to temporarily gain access if as a user you are in that folder of they call it sudo doers, sudoers. So if you are in that file, you can do sudo, but if as a user you are not, for now it's only root that can actually do data update. But if I use sudo update db, it will not tell me that I don't have permission. Rather, it asks me for what is the password that you have for the root, for the user had it, and which is my Kali. And if I do that, it's going to actually, now it's already updating the database. I'm just showing this. We don't really need it now. It's updating it. There are a few other things. You remember that initially when I just did update db, it was asking for permission. So let's just do Control C because I don't need this now. Then we'll clear. So after doing that, I'll come back here. We are trying to use locate. Now searching with locate, probably the easiest command to use. Please just read this. To look for aircrack, initially what do we do with aircrack? We call aircrack, and as a function, and we try to use both man and help on it, which are some of those things we've talked about. Man, help, just to see those flags that you can use and how to use them. So we can actually just use locate on aircrack now. Locate aircrack -ng. So if I do this now, via library placo, is it that we don't have it? Locate aircrack ng, but we have it. No such file or directory. Is unable to find it. Let me do it again. Locate aircrack -ng. Okay, it's not saying it. Let's look at bin, which is a folder we have in our root. Let's say locate. That's the side. Okay, let me see if I do sudo locate air crack -ng. It's still the same thing. Clear. Why is our locate not working? Locate. Okay, let's locate desktop. Via lib. Okay, var library locate and locate db. Probably our db was not updated, maybe because of what I initiated. Okay, I don't want to waste my time. Let's come here and just try and update it here. Let me do Ctrl+C to take this one out of here. No, Q. Clear. And I can just say sudo update db. We have this. I have my Kali. So let this be running. Let's just go back. Just looking for something that this locate can just locate. Okay, let's do locate password. Locate password list. It's because I've not really updated. So let's wait. Sometimes it might be act this way, or probably because there's something we're supposed to do, but we are just following the textbook, so I don't want to deviate. First of all, initially when you install your Kali, you're supposed to update everything: update, upgrade, distribution, and then update, upgrade, and upgrade distribution. Is it update distribution? That's the dist upgrade. I've forgotten. Okay, I think I will remember. I will distribution. Okay, I'll remember that later. So let's just move on. So our locate is not locating anything, so let's move here. The locate command is not perfect, however sometimes the result of the locate can, you understand, it's even talking about it here. So finding binary with whereis. Binaries are your functions that we use. So aircrack is a binary also, because, so let's use whereis like here and see if this is going to work. Whereis is supposed to come, if it's a function, it's supposed to, I'm not sure we have it here. Whereis, okay, it works now. Whereis aircrack /ng. Oh, I said /-ng. So this worked. So it has showed us where our aircrack is. User bin aircrack, user bin. I don't know why it's not listing them, or like itemizing them using new line, but this is what we got. So it's telling us user bin. So if I should copy this, because this is what we are looking for. So if I should copy this to this particular part, if I do Ctrl+Shift+C and I come, let's use this. Let me just charge it up a bit. Let me bolden it. Then, and I did cd to that part, Ctrl paste. You can type it. I'm just controlling and pasting, so you can type it yourself. If I go here and I do ls, if I check aircrack is here. Let's go to A, since they are listed alphabetically. So let's come here. This is so much. This is the reason why a lot of people use locate and all of that, so that you can easily just capture what you look for. Look at how long I've just been scrolling. I'm just going to here. So aircrack, AIR. This is it here. This is what we're just looking for, and these are commands here. I don't know if you understand me. So that's what we are trying to say. So let me go back to this particular part here. So let's check what we have in our textbook. Okay, in this case, where is this? Okay, binary man rather than every occurrence. Okay, in this case, whereis return just the aircraft binary. So it return just the aircraft binary. is just within what we have within the bin. Yeah, the bin user share this. So now it's just like sifting through a lot of things just to look for particular things. So we are done with. Now they said finding binaries with whereis, finding binaries in the path variable with which. So path variable, whatever you have in your path variable are your functions that we can use to create that we can use them to perform actions, just like we are using ls to perform action of list, as we are using echo to perform the function of okay, help me print this out, and we can use it in combination with greater than or greater than to either overwrite or append. So that is that. And then let's come down. Let's come down here. So it's almost the same thing as whereis. So let's do it and compare both of them. Yeah, since we still have which air crack -ng. So this only give us what we have in the bin alone. But when we did whereis, all occurrences of this, all occurrences of aircraft, wherever we can find it, it showed us. We have it in our user bin, we have it in our user include, we have it in our user share main. This is even the zip file. This is the zip file. So note the difference. This takes you directly there, while this gives you give us all its occurrences in terms of the pathway. So it said here was able to find a single binary found in the directory listed in the path variable as minimum. This okay. Now perform more powerful search with find. With finds you can specify and we can do lots more. So with find we can specify the directory or the pathway where we want to search. We can tell it the type of file. Is it file or directory we are looking for? Remember when we were on the desktop, in part 2 we spoke about file, we spoke about directory. Now if we have, now look at, take time to read this. So come here. So these are the things we need to. The main command is find. Here are the parameters we are entering. These are the parameters we are entering. We enter this here. Then we have type. Type is part of the functions. Okay, let me call it, it's not function, it's flag for find. Then in front of it, if you use elf is file, if you use d is directory. Then when you use -name, that will follow what succeeds this, or what comes after. Before you had the name, what precedes the name is the flag that states -name. Then you can now put the name of what you are looking for. So let's write exactly what they have here. We have find slash, that means this is at the root level, the file system layer. Remember, the root level. Now that is find it. This is within the directory they want us to search. Then we have the type. We have -type. Then we have f for file and d for directory. Then we have -name of what we are looking for, which is a file. Yeah, if it's a file, then it says Apache. Apache 2 is a web server. We use on Linux. So if we type this, it should give us, whoa, this is massive. Now look at it. We have a lot of permission deny. Let's see. This permission is being denied because this is a lot. Okay, permission deny because now notice it. We don't have permission to view that because we are not a root user. If I should ask you that now, you should understand. Though in some cases it was able to find. So because what it does is it goes through all of what we have in that part, which is in that root directory. Root directory has a lot of bin, root, and all of that. So he went through each of those directory to now go search if the name we ask exists. If he exists, he's going to copy that part out, and that is exactly what he did here for this, and for now. There's something. If you don't want how do I remember this? Dev slash new, okay, 2 this slash dev. Okay, now if you don't want all of this file permission deny to be printed out, what we can do is we can add some few things to the command we already use. Just note this: we have this, then we can add two, and do I remember? Say 2 greater than slash dev slash null. Aha, I got it. So remember now, if filtered through it, it's only these ones that did not produce error, that did not produce permission, that I brought out. So in cases like this, when you have a lot of permission denied, and you know what you are running filters through everything, and you just want to exclude all the bad stuffs, so you could just do 2 greater than slash dev slash null. What it does is, whatever is saying permission deny, print them, don't print them out, just send them to oblivion, like just to rule them out. That is exactly what he did here. So now let me see what he said about this. Okay, now first I state the directory in which which is the number 1 here. Now that's number 1. Then number 2, it talks about in this case F for an ordinary file. Last, I give the name of the file I'm searching for. So just take time and read this. Now notice that when he did this, probably maybe he did not block it out. Let me see, but definitely he had almost the same thing that I had. So now let's see. I have etc chrome daily. Okay, chrome daily log rotate .d apache. We have chrome daily. So I think he has much more this than mine. mp usr lib. Okay, so let's proceed. The file command started at the top of this. Okay, the file command went through every directory just like what I explained. Okay, and so for the etc, I just have init, log rotate, and I have on chrome daily etc default apache. Probably maybe because the system he has been using it, so a lot of other applications that have been added to it populated all those lists. Remember that we started from scratch together with this, so I'm building with you guys. We are building this together, so that's why we call it community. This is a community effort. So some other days I might be introducing some few other people to come give us tutorials on some parts, but because once we are done with the textbook, we proceed to another, we look for others, then I have some practical implementation that I would like to teach us for ethical hacking. So we go apache this, so just read through it. Okay, I think here they've started talking about wildcards come in a few different forms. So what wildcard does is, if I'm searching for something and I don't know the full name, I remember the name partially, or I want to collect something that has, I want to find things that fall within the range. Now let's say, okay, let's say I want to locate so let me do it here. Let me go back to cd. Okay, cd will take me home. ls print working directory to be sure we have here and Kali. Now this file that I created here, they are txt files. if they are the only ones I want to just find here, that I want to find, yeah, I can just come here and say, now if I want to find, let's start this way. Let's say find, this is slash home slash Kali. Then there's something again I'm going to show us, that full stop. I'm going to show us the function here. I have find, and remember, I'll tell you how we build up to that. Find home this. What am I looking for? Type. The type is going to be their files. Then what is the name? Name. So what I will do now is I'll just say dot. I'll do wildcard dot tst. I know blank file, file one, this and this, they are files. So I want to find, I don't want name, I'm not going by name. I want to find every name, whatever name it is, that has an extension of tst. That's what wildcard does. Wildcards gives you the privilege to search through wide range. It matches it to anything. You just give it a little portion. It's just like, okay, like we have all things now, all things cyber. I can just say wildcard all thing, then wildcard. So it will now look for any, it will look for files that has things, then whatever prefix or suffix that is added to them, it will pick them out. So what this will be looking for is, it will be looking for anywhere we have tst and anywhere we have .tst. So if I run this now, it's supposed to give me blank file touch and this. So if I do this now, it's not working because I did not include tst in this. Let's do it this way. Let's say I do fi, then I put wildcard. So what it's going to do is it's going to look for fil, then any other thing that is in front. What it will be looking for is this. Once look for this, and once they have any other thing in front of them, it's going to pick them out. So if I do this, file, okay, part must precede precision file, and I'm using wildcard. You should do okay, file, this is file. Okay, let me add a little bit more. Okay, add a little bit more. Let's see if it's going to work. Same thing. What's happening? Let me clear. File name. Let me see. I'm looking for file 1. Okay. It prints it out. So guys, we're welcome back. I don't know the reason why that did not work, but I know it works for locate. So I never knew. I think flag name do not permit wildcard, or possibly maybe there's a pattern to it. So let's check what they have here. Okay, look at what they did. Okay, if we are using it, okay, let me try what I did initially. So I think we needed to add this to it. So let's see if it's going to work. Now it works. Yeah. So now I was talking about it. I think it's the pattern. So if you are using if we are using this outside of quotation, then you needed to have your backslash to indicate that it's a symbol. So that means it works. What I want to try initially was, okay, I just want to get the text files. So this one gets us So now, like what I did initially, this let's come back to this. So what I'll just need to do is just have a slash here. So, and it's going to give me all those files, because all those files are txt files. It did not work because maybe because we did not really type txt files attached to those files, but we can do this. There's one I did again. Okay, this should work. It's going to pick where we have fill and any other thing attached to it. So I can add this to it, and we say okay, we say this worked now. So let's come back to here. It has Apache. So copy, I can bring it here, Control Shift V. So, and if we do this, it gives us okay. There are some particular class where you don't have permission to. Let's see if we do sudo, and let me come back. Let's do this. Then you can do Control A to take you back to the beginning of your of your line. So this helps you. Control A. What I did now is, if I'm at the back here, if I do home, if you use home, it takes you to your first character in that line. If I use end, it takes me to the back. Control A2 does the same thing. So I can add sudo here and see if it's going to allow those ones that we are not given permission to check. So I can say Kali. So now it went and it checked those ones that doesn't have those permissions. So those ones that, let me see if my voice is being recorded. Okay, so those one that doesn't have the permission, what it does is to just those one that doesn't give us permission, it was able to get permission to it, because sudo gives us the power of a root for that particular function we're running, because we added sudo. So with time we'll be doing more of that. So now let's go. I want us to go very fast now. So we run command. So just take your time to read at this. When I run this command, I find two files. So just take your time to go through them. Then filtering with grep. Filtering with grep. So what grep does is it searches through whatever you want it to search through. If you are you can give it path also. You can give it you give it the path. So let's see what they have here. Filtering with grep. So now I can let's go back to okay, let's do ls. Let's clear. I have file ls. So each of these, so let's say cat file 1, we have over. So I can say I want to check for grep in a particular file. I can do grep. I think the file first and what I'm looking for. So what am I looking for? I can say okay, first of all, let's say grep and we check help. Now you see I've forgotten how to use it, so let's just go there and see the pattern. This is the pattern. Our option is our flag, grep flag, the pattern, and the file. So I can decide not to put, I will not be putting any file. Now let's just say grep, and I'm looking for over in file 1. So now what it does is it opens the file and matches what I'm searching for, which is over here, and matches it to this file. And again, what we can do again, instead of putting one file, we can put two files there. We can put two files, we can put 3 files. Okay, I can do let's say we do grep. Let's just search for but sometimes you can just put it in an apostrophe, in your 6699 quote, you quote it, you have over, it will still work. It still works. So now I can just decide to just look for O in file 1 and file 2. Let's see if I have O there. This is file, okay, this is file 1 and file 1. Let's do file 2. Do I see our file 2? Let's do blank. So I can search all of this. So now look at it. It looks at each of those files and tell me where those things exist. So take a very good look at it. So, and we are not using any flag now. I'm not using any flag to just, so I'm just checking. So with flags, if you had flags to your grep, you can ask it to check for things, be verbose about it. Let me see. We can, let me see what and what I used to use then. Grep. Okay, we can do it in such a way that it is case sensitive. No, we can do it such a way that it is not case sensitive, so that it could check. Now let's do something. Let me check for high, just what I did now. If you look at this particular page, we have small letter high and we have capital letter high here. So I can come here and ask it to no, I can ask it to come here and just check high, and here is going to be case sensitive. So if I do this, it's only marking where I have small letter high, but if I want it to be check all the highs and don't be letter sensitive, don't be cap letter sensitive. I think it's hyphen high. I don't remember very well, but let's do this now. Look at it now. Initially when we were here, we have just the small letter high, what it captured, but now when I included hyphen high, which is case sensitivity, not to be case sensitivity, case sensitive, we picked high, pick capital letter high. So that is what that does. So there's more you can do with it, so but just is the basics. Then there's another way you can use grep. You can open a file, then pass it on. There's something we call pipe. So this is how pipe looks like. Pipe is just okay, let me write a lot of it here so that we can see it. This particular symbol, which is always above your forward, which is above your forward slash, so you use shift forward slash to get this. So let's clear all of this. Clear. So here I can do cat file 1, then pipe it, which is pipe, into grep, then open close. I'm looking for over. Just what I've done before is what I'm repeating. Just see a different way we can use it. Now it gives us the same thing. So I can do cat file 1, file 2, file 2, blank, and pipe it into grep. Remember what we did then? We're looking for high, and okay, that's all. We pass it, look at what it gives us. Then let's make it to be not case sensitive, so we can grab all of the highs. So I come here and I give it a flag, which is hyphen high, then I run it again, and we got the same thing. So what we just did now is to do two different things. We do the same thing two different ways, and that's the ability. That's how you get to know that you've mastered something, be able to do something two different way. Okay, another thing we can take away from this, let me clear this. So clear. Another thing we can take away from this is we can use our cat also to create file. So I can cut all the files, then pass them like to write them into another new file. So I can do cat like this. So it's going to read, cat is to show, so it will show all the file, and I want it to just move them. So it's a way that you can concatenate files, content of files, concatenate them. So I can do this and say combined files. So if I do this, if I do ls, now we have combines file. If I now say cat combine, you can use your tab to complete it, and everything we have in all of that files, will put them together. So it's a way that will put all files together. Now let me quickly see what we have done. Grep. So now there's something he did here. You can read all of this. We have talked about the piping, he talked about it. PS means processes, because in your Windows, let me show you something. In your Windows, if you go to task manager, manager in your Windows. I just want to show you how it looks like in your Windows before you go to Linux. This is your task manager. It shows you everything you are running now. Now these are the apps I'm running. I have my Faucet for my PDF reader. I have my Microsoft OneNote, this, and these are the background processes that your system runs whenever you are running them. It starts them by itself, so you don't need to open this one. These are auto, or we call them programs that run at startup. So I just wanted you to just understand it better here. So now so the PS is the same thing. So if I say PS, it gives me all the running process running on my system. PS, process running on my system. And if you look at it now, it's two things that I'm running on this system. Two things I'm running on processes now. We have my Z shell, which is my terminal. It's interacting with my shell. It is the shell that now connects my system to the kernel that allows the machine, the bare machine, to understand what I'm doing on the machine. System is component of hardware and software, so the interaction between both of them is brought about by kernel. So thank you for that. So now the PS I did here, I think it just showed me just the surface, because if I want to see, remember that when I was looking at task manager, I have those applications that I open and the machines open. So if I want to put all together, now I PS AUX. So this should be this is a flag also. And if you look at it now, it talks about those ones opened by root. Root access is what your system used to open whatever it wants to open. Then the one that my user needed to function to were opened. Let me see, maybe like those interface, and so these ones were opened by root. Let's open. Oh no, I don't want to open this up. Let's open this up. So you look at them. So those are the functions that makes your system run. So I can clear this now. Now let's go back to the textbook. And if you want to know the function of AUX, you know what to do. Is either you go use -help, or you just use man. Then you can understand what each of those flags are doing. You can use either of both. So, but that's not what I've already taught you that, and you can do that. So here, what they did was to PS all of the processes running them, catch only the Apache out. So let's do that. PS, let's replicate that. PS this, then we'll pipe it just like I showed you initially, grep, and they did Apache 2 out. And here we only have one occurrences of Apache 2, probably because I told you grep Apache 2. Here's this. Where's the command auto? Because I did not really power it on. I did not start it. So that's the reason why. So if I had started it, we'll be having it like this also, but I have not started it because this virtual machine is actually clean, and we are just starting on a new slate altogether. So I'm clearing this off. So now we're talking about modifying files. I remember that about modifying files. Okay, not quite long, I talked about how using cat I've cut these hacking skills. Let me see if using cat we can use cat to create. Cat 2 should be able to create. Cat, they did this, and let's say I'm using create. Cat create. I just want to see. Okay, I think it reads out what you have. I'm not sure. I've not used this before. Let's clear. Yeah, that's interesting. ls. So let me see if I have something in my blank. So okay, we have this in our blank. Then now let's do what they do. Cat. This is to write. Then we do blank. I want to see what will happen. Okay. I think with this, whatever I write will now be passed into blank. Let's say testing using using cat and cat hyphen this close this and blank content and blank file. So if I pass this control clear, I'm not sure, so let's cat blank and see. Okay, that is exactly what I said that really happened. So what it did was, as we cut right into blank, it gives us a space to now type. Whatever we type will now be stored inside blank. That is exactly what really happened, and that's what I was assuming. So let's say it's a cat command followed by a file. We display the content of file, but to create file, we follow the cat command with a redirect. Okay, redirect this symbol, name of the file we want to create, so we can use it to create, just like he has said, and plus what I just. So let's create what they create there. We did cat let's say new file, new cat file, this. Then we can now type, let me type what the type. Hacking is the most valuable skill. Hacking is the most valuable skills in the 24th century. So now how to terminate it is what I use initially to use Ctrl C. Here's an example. Let me see. Did it take? When you press enter, Linux will go into interactive mode and wait for you to start entering the content. Then you can pause it because the prompt disappear. But if you begin typing here, I entered again this to exit and return to the prompt, press Ctrl D. Then you okay, Ctrl D. I was using Ctrl Z before. I can do Ctrl D. So I'm back. I can do clear. So if I do cat new cat folder and viola, it is what I just typed. So that is that. So let's move on. And remember, I talked about append. So if you have not if you don't understand this, please go to video part 2. I talked extensively about write, which they use as a directory, and as well as the append. So the append is if you want to add more to it. So here I can say cat, I can say it should be echo, or did you use cat? Okay, I think cat you can work that way. Do cat, then now we are appending to new this. So I can now say everyone should learn hacking. Everyone should learn hacking. So what we just now append, then we do Ctrl D to step out. Then we can say cat new this, and we get this. Hacking is the most valuable skills in the 24th century. Everyone should learn hacking. So I hope we get this now. So let's come out here. Cat, we've done that. Cat hacking, this one. Okay, now it will now be telling you, talks about it as an overwrite. I talked about it too. So check my second video. Check video part 2 for this. You understand this. So as you can see here, Linux goes into interactive mode. Okay, we've done that. Now file creation with touch. I've done this and I won't be touching it again. So if you have not seen it, go check part 2 of this video. Creating directory, making directory, I've touched on this, so I won't be touching it again. So read about it. Then copying files and renaming files is the 2 things I've not talked about, which is MV. So now I intentionally left all of those files I created before on this part. So what we want to do now is, we have desktop, we have document. So now we want to move all these files to the document. We can either copy it or move it. So let's go with copy. The command for copy is cp. So the man, this thing is copy. So yeah, sorry for the pause. Now let's copy. Copy is CP. So now I can copy, because I am right in this folder. I can copy CP blank. You copy from and to, copy where and copy from and to, or where, copy from or where you want to send it to. So I have my copy. I will do my blank, and I'm taking it into document. So you can't just type documents. I think you can type it that way, but the best practice is to put your backward slash and put your document. Okay, document. Okay, because so the first thing you start with is just your document. Now I'm passing it into documents. So if I do this, now I'm having a copy of blank in the documents. Now if you say ls, I have blank here. Then let's proceed into cd document and ls. Now I have blank here. So, and if I say cat blank, it is the same content as what I have in the blank outside of this folder. So let me go back. cd. By now you should be getting comfortable and should understand what I'm doing, because all of this command I'm using, we have already done them. So you should understand what we are doing now. So now if I come back to ls, I have my blank here. So I want to do something. Let's come back to let's go to cd. Okay, let me just use my up tab document here. ls, I have blank. Then I want to make another directory inside this document. So I can do make directory nest. I want to make it nest stop. Now ls. Now we have a file here and we have a directory. So I want to copy blank again. No, I'll copy another file, then move it directly to nest. So I want to show you that you can traverse paths. Let's do cd back. Let's go back. Now we do ls. So let's move cat create. I can do copy cat create. Then I do document slash nest. Okay, documents slash nest up. So now I'm moving it from this where I am now. I move this to move it to the nest stop. So if I do this now, cat create, if I say cd, remember we can do document slash, no, I can do cd document slash nest stop. I'm there now. I can do ls and see we have cat create. So I'm just trying to tell you that we can please don't get this twisted, don't get it confused. We can copy from a particular part and move it to any part once we have the pathway. No, if I do print working directory, this is exactly what I just did now. Because we are here, this is where we are, and I added this. This is what I added here. This is what I added here when I was moving it where, okay, here. This is what I added. Now I am okay. Now because I am in this nest stop now, I can copy something from Kali here and bring it here. I will just use full stop to represent that, okay, it is in this folder. So I can do cp slash home slash Kali slash, what is it that I want to copy from it? Let's carry file 1. So this is the path way. What I did was the pathway to that directory and the file, one of the file in that directory, I want to move it into here. If you use full stop, full stop here indicates that the present folder that I am now, and the present folder that I am now is next, that I am in now is next up here. So this is where this is this. So I can either use full stop or I can use the whole of this. It will still work. Control copy. Please play with this, create scenarios, work with it. So I can do this now. I'll do this for file 1. I will now do for file 2 again. Now if I do ls, I have file 1 here. Let's move file 2. Let's do this instead of this point. I will come back here. I want to do for file 2. Then I will now put this control shift paste. I'm pasting this, and you'll see that it will still work. I see that it will still work. Here, if I do ls, I still have my file 2. So please, just either way, once you know the file you want to copy, even if you are not present in that file, know the pathway to that file. Once you get the pathway, add the name of the pathway. This is what I did. This file 2 is in pathway home/home/Kali. Then I added the name of the file. Then I give it the name of the next directory pathway that I want it to be. Because now, if I check, if you even check it here, I am in my next stop. You understand? So that is what we just did now. That is what I just did now. Next stop. So I can do cd to just come out of next stop. ls, we only have blank and next stop. Cd this, and I'm out here. I can do ls. So now we want to move. When you move, they totally leave the directory where they are now. They directly leave the directory where they are now, and they go permanently into that particular directory where you want them to be. Now let's move blank to next stop, and I will now move others to document. I will not move them into this thing. So you know, blank is not in the next stop inside document, the next stop directory. So I can do so to move now. To move is mv blank to here. I move document slash next stop. If I do this ls, blank is gone for good. So now I can now say let's ls. Remember I said you from here you can check what you have in another folder. From here we can just do document. Okay, this one is slash document. I think this needs slash, or it needs your full document. Okay, it needs to start from home. Yeah, it needs to. Okay, let's do document. Okay, slash next stop. Now we want to check what we have in the next stop. Is that if our blank is already moved directly there. If we check it, look at it, blank is there. We have cat create file 1, file 2, this, that. So let's clear this. ls, I am still in my home direct. I'm still in home directory for Kali. So I can do this now. Let's do move. There's one thing again, we use move to rename files. So I will move every files out. I will move all files, then I will be left with just combine files. So I will do let's start moving. Move cat create to documents. Cat create no file as create. I'm not creating it. Cat create. So we're almost done. Cat creates. I have to go now. Document. So now I've moved it. Let's do it again. Let's do for file. Let's do for file. So I do file 1, we have moved it. Let's do for file 2. Let's do for file 2, we have moved it. And lastly, let's do for file touch, file underscore touch, so ls. So look at it now, we only have new file and combined file. So the last is, let's change name for let's change the name for combined files. And let's first of all, let's check cat combines file. So look at what we have there, look at what we have in there. Then I want to change the name now. So I will have, what I will do now is ls again, just check it. We can now say move mv. So what it does is it moves all the content of the file into the new content we are creating. So we have combine. Then what do we want to change the name to? I can just say com, not the com you're thinking about. Combine, comp. So we have this. This, if I do ls, now I have comp instead of having combined. And if I say cat comp, we still have the same file inside. So let's just clear. And I think I leave every of what is left in this for you to do. I've talked about removing files, removing directory. I used the capital R. Please, you can check, use man to check what's the difference between capital letter R and capital and small letter R when you are using it as a flag with rm, which is remove. So now the last part that I have the last of it is go and play. Please, everyone should attempt this. Everyone should attempt this. And please drop your answer. Drop your screenshot when you are done on the platform, on our community. Please, this will be a part that will make me know that okay, you are learning, you are doing it, you understand. So I'm clicking on the taskbar so that I can use my shift print to use my what do we call it? So I'm dropping this here, copy, and I'm taking it to our Telegram channel. So thank you. See you in the next chapter. So this marks the end of chapter 1. Then we'll be going to chapter 2 where we do text manipulation. So thank you so much. See you then. Bye bye.